what's up, gamers? Of course, 5150 here, and yes, we're back to play another new game that just released yesterday, I believe it was, the day before. And yeah, this I haven't got to play it much yet, but there was a few issues with memory leaks and stuff like that. I put a video on that, but we're gonna actually just go ahead and play the game a little bit, and this should be fun. I am running in everything full 4K. And everything is maxed out right now on the RTX 4080, and as you can see, we have everything up at Fntastic because, you know, Fntastic is the name of the developer. That's interesting. Yeah, the game has some massive negative reviews, which I mean, to each their own, really. But let's go ahead and take get a few things set here. It's not even changing. There we go. I can change my skin tone, my eye color. Can I get white? Yeah, we have white. Okay. We're just gonna go through this really quick. Get a character set up real quick and get into the game right away. Alright, so we went ahead and got our character put together, I guess. But yeah, the servers are all full. Like, every one of them is, you know, high, obviously. They don't have a lot of servers. You gotta remember, this is not like you know, Treyarch or, you know, a Call of Duty game or something like that. This is a much smaller developer, and that's the one thing I've been like watching on the negative reviews. Like, literally nobody realizes that it is early access, and this is like a true early access. And when you buy an early access game, it's gonna be unfinished. When you get something like a game like Call of Duty and they say early access, it's just a load, you know, right there. You know, those are the ones that are like, oh, we just want to see if we can get a bunch of people in right away. You know, they're not even interested, and they don't need your money. Where something like the day before, you know, that studio is much smaller, and they actually need the money to develop the game. Early access literally means that they need money for the game to continue its development, and that it will be unfinished and not exactly what, you know, the final product is going to be. And a lot of people are like, oh yeah, well, you're just hiding behind that. Yeah, not really what's going on in smaller studios like this. Yeah, I just want to actually get going on this one. I'll look into the story a little more later. After you talk to Chris, you can always find me at the I want to explore. But yeah, I mean, don't forget to take hate if you want, but it is early access, man, and like, I really don't understand people buy an early access game and then freak out when it's early access and not finished. It's not supposed to be finished. If you want a finished game, wait for its release in like a year. And then, when they don't have things, then you can complain. Otherwise, you know, pay the earlier access $40. Oh, so I need to put this stuff in my... Can't drop... What? Can't drop items during this task. Take item. Oh, I gotta press... Okay. So it's gonna automatically put them in there. Yeah, okay. Well, they need to change that. For weapons. I don't know. I'm curious on what, you know, other people define early access as. You must have been thirsty. If you go out again, I mean, the literal definition is that it's gonna be unfinished. But it seems like everybody wants the early access to be, you know, just early access to the full game. And I really think the larger studios kind of ruined the idea of early access, because early access is really for smaller developers like this. You know, the ones that don't have all the money in the world to, you know, develop the game and to be able to get the game done on time, they need to make some money first. Now, if you look up Fntastic Studios and you look up, say, Okay, let's go with one that's another. Yeah, we can't skip this. If you go with another one that is early access, let's say Hell Let Loose. Now, Hell Let Loose is a little bit smaller of a studio. I can't remember the name of this studio. I think it's Team 17. There are a smaller, um, they are a smaller studio, but the one thing you have to remember, they have a lot more games under their belt. If you look up Team Studio and list of games that they've developed, and you look at Fntastics on how many they put out, you're gonna see a huge difference. You know.
Hey, take care.
You'll have no
Now I
need.
think
Well,
they're gonna put in
until we meet
like
again.
a cottage or something like that that you can have for your own land. I really wish they would make it so that you could build. That would be nice. I mean, that was kind of an idea that I think they're tossing around. Assemble the weapon at the workbench. All right. Hunter. Manage attachments. Okay. Yeah, I remember they tried to make this as realistic as possible. Yeah, I do like that idea. Grip on. Close workbench. We got our weapon together. All right. Talk to Abby. Oh yeah, they're really trying to make it so that you have a few things to do.
Looks like we've been surviving here.
But what
Feel
am I
free to
supposed to
use it.
store? I don't really want to store anything. I want to hold stuff with me.
Great. That's the way to go. The storage.
All right, storage. Blah 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 blah. Let's get our stuff back.
How are you doing?
Give me my stuff back.
Please talk to Chris first.
Oh Lord. Oh, you suck.
Take care of yourself.
You took my stuff. Give my stuff back. Talk to Dr. Leonard. All right. So she stole my stuff. This way?
The storage is always available.
I mean, this definitely reminds me of what is that, Division. Gives a lot of Division vibes, and that's what I was kind of expecting there. You know, you have your main hub, and then you can go up from your main hubs.
As a resident of Woodbury, care of yourself.
Man, it just wants me to talk to everybody. I mean, that's one thing I don't like about games. Now, this part is part of the actual development of,
Go down fast.
yeah, you need to do all this stuff. When you make the training or tutorial too long, it's not a good thing. I mean, you gotta keep the
What's new?
player engaged long enough, and then that's one thing I learned, you know, in school for game design is make sure that, you know, you do not make too long of a tutorial. So they're kind of failing on that.
Look who's awake. So, how are you doing? So,
You want to naturally introduce characters, and they're thinking, oh, we're naturally introducing characters, but they're really not.
For myself.
Uttered. Oh,
Yeah, appreciate it.
no need. You've and they.
All right, yeah, I'll do my best, and I'll give you
That's
my
great.
stuff back.
So, do you want to open the store?
Yeah, give me my stuff back.
It's secure
Stole
here.
my stuff. All right, take. I want. She gave me money. Okay, I guess you paying me to store stuff. I'll
Ready.
accept it.
If you need anything else, take care of yourself.
New beginning. Hopefully that means the training's complete. Yeah, I don't know what kind of PvP they have on here yet.
Today, I have
See, they gave us all the training we need except for how to leave. plenty of training. No idea how to get out. And I think this is just my filter active. This door leads to the outside world. Use it to go on your raid. Okay. Okay, so you can choose between. I didn't see it grayed out before. You can go to your plot or your Fortune City. I kind of want to see how this performs in 4K in the actual world here. All right, so we are in the city now, and yeah, I did crash coming in, and I had to turn off my overlay for Steam. Likely that is causing some crashes. It's very common with like on Unreal games, precisely. Having some overlays will cause some issues if you have multiple overlays. That is. So if you only have the Steam one, usually it won't happen. But like the Afterburner I use for the FPS and stuff like that, that's counted as an overlay. That will cause issues if you have too many in some games. Hopefully they'll fix that. I mean, I'm not getting too much stutter or anything, but I am noticing a little, like right there. Look at that, I dropped frames. That's something that can definitely get fixed in, let's see, can I bring my weapon out? Yeah, I don't have a scope or anything, so that's fine. But we need to find some things. I just kind of want to explore a little more. Kind of want to know where those gunshots are coming from. Oh, you see something over there? Oh, that's somebody else. Yeah, I don't know if there is PvP or not. I guess I'll find out if I die. What are they shooting at? Oh. Yeah, there's PvP. Yeah, that part, all this is going to turn into is a PvP game if you do that. So let's go return to the Woodbury and come back out. Alright, so I'm back in the game, and one thing is you do lose all your stuff. And there is PvP apparently. But yeah, I found a weapon. I just ran around a little bit, and I was able to find a weapon right away because obviously mine was on me. It took most of my monies. And now it's nighttime, and we need to get back. See, I'll take that for sure. I got 2 weapons now. I think I have... See, I got 2 rounds in that one. We got 1 round in that one. Let's see what else we get. So there's plenty of weapons around. So if you die with all your stuff, I mean, you can... Ooh, water filter. But I lost my backpack. That kind of sucks. Because I only have like a little bit of space. I don't know, man. Like, if they keep the PvP as is, it will be just a gank fest, and you know you'll end up with a dying game again if you don't have non-PvP ones or servers. Not everybody wants to do the PvP in here, but I get it. I mean, if you want a PvP game, that's what you're gonna get. So I need ammo. That's gonna be the problem right now. Is I need ammo. I mean, the game looks really freaking good. That's no doubt. Definitely a lot of Unreal Engine. This is definitely one of the sets I've seen. I think it's like $200 or something like that. But yeah, you fill up the area, make it playable, develop a little bit of the character actions and stuff like that. Not bad. And like I said, a lot of people do not understand the whole early access thing, and I guess that's to each their own type thing. I mean, in that case, if you see a smaller developer, don't buy the early access, man. Just don't buy the early access, because when you're buying early access like this, you're pretty much donating to the development cause. You're just donating to the development of the game. That's why you're getting it cheaper than the $60 price line that most games will come out at. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and end our video here. I got myself ganked like right away, but as far as the game goes, it has a lot of potential. Like I said, this is early access, and I know a lot of people are going to be out there saying, oh, well, that's not an excuse. You can't have early access because, Blizzard does early access, and it's way more complete. Yeah, well, that's not an actual comparison because this is a smaller studio and they're using early access for what early access actually is. Now, when you have early access in like large studios like that, they're not really giving you early access. They're just trying to build hype. Something with a smaller studio like this one, they're more or less, they need the money. You know, they need the money to develop, to build it further, to get it to what you've seen in the trailers. So whatever you see in the trailers is what their end goal is, you know, and that's like a year off from now. You know, once it actually releases and they don't have the things in there, that's when there's a problem. Like, example, I would say No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky, they were supposed to have all the things that they had for their. If they would have released it as early access or beta, which they absolutely should have, and got feedback from everybody, that would have been a whole different story for No Man's Sky, because that was, you know, a smaller studio, very small. It was only like 16 people, but you know, look at the game now. It has plenty of stuff to do in that game. The updates are amazing. You know, and, you know, this game could do the same, you know, and give us, you know, some of the things that we've seen in the trailer. And I know there's just so many people out there that are really mad about it, and that's why there's all the negative reviews. I do personally think that they did put out the early access a little bit too early because of that stigma. You know, that people want a full game with early access, and that's really not how it's supposed to work. But obviously, they're in need of the money for their development teams. Remember, this sold maybe 20,000 at the most. That's hardly going to cover the developers for the next year. So, yeah, they're definitely they definitely have a lot of work ahead of them, and I wish them luck, man. But yeah, that's all we're going to do for this video today. I want to thank everybody for watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Definitely subscribe if you're new to the channel. Y'all take care and happy gaming.